People, persons, peasants, pheasants, we proudly present the perfect palate pleaser for pals packed proper puppers. People will be piling up to partake, so pitter patter, partner. Puppers perfect.
Pitter patter.
Let's get at it.
All right. Welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. The beer we have here is a very special one. This is Puppers Golden Lager. So for those of you who are fans of the TV show Letterkenny, you'll know this is the beer that they drink on the program. This is something I have seen and wanted to try for an extended period.
Since before they made it.
Yeah, I know there was somewhere in Ontario that was making it at one point, and we were actually planning, like, how long would it take us to drive up to this place to try to get some? And then I was fortunate that over the summer, we had a beer reviewers kind of get together down in Atlanta. It was me, Brian the Beer Snob, Shane from Shane's Craft Beer Reviews, and Mallory and Chu from Imperfectly Me Crafts. And we kind of met up, and Shane was kind enough to bring down Puppers. Now, this is a golden lager, so I don't expect it to be anything crazy. But
right.
It's still the novelty of being able to find this and being able to finally give it a try. Now, it's December, so we've been sitting around for a while because I was waiting for Anderson to get back from tour, and we had such a backlog of beer, we just didn't get to it. I'm still super excited to get it, so thank you so much, Shane, for providing this. It's really cool to be able to give it a try.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate this, because like you said, we've been looking for this a long time. Do you remember when we first found Letterkenny?
Where did we find it?
We were sitting around your old house.
Probably drunk or something?
Not even drunk. Your wife was cooking dinner, and we were looking for something to watch. And it had just popped up as like a new show.
Huh.
And they only had, I think, the first season on Hulu. And that's when we found it.
Yeah, it's a good program. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really funny.
It is very entertaining.
Yeah.
And I've heard that their live show is also pretty entertaining.
Yeah. We planned when we were going to do this, we were going to go all out, and I was going to get some overalls and go full Squirrely Dan and Daryl and try to do the whole thing. But we just
we're lazy.
It wasn't going to happen. We just going to drink the damn beer, right?
Right.
So Puppers Golden Lager, 5% ABV. Now this says that it was brewed by Labatt. When I look on Untappd, on the back of this one, it's a collaboration brews Co. Toronto, London, Delta, Creston, Edmonton, Montreal, Halifax, St. John's, Canada. I thought somebody else brewed this initially. I don't know if they got sued and then have stopped producing it or something happened. Because I thought when we initially were looking for this, there was some brewery in Ontario.
It was out of Sudbury originally.
Yeah, so I'm guessing
it was definitely a different brewery.
So I don't know the backstory. Maybe they stopped producing it and then they teamed up with Labatt or something. It doesn't say Labatt on this can anywhere.
It does.
Doesn't
it? Doesn't it say
I thought it said that collaboration brew co.
Puppers and Letterkenny? Oh wait, no. When we were looking up collaboration brews,
right? We had to work backwards and look it up.
It just comes up that Letterkenny and Labatt
right.
partnered up to do this.
So
maybe
it could be some legal entity that used to make it so it doesn't say Labatt on the can and people say, screw that. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Or just their legal entity because they did a partnership.
Yeah, well, I've seen stuff like that before. So
instead of just like a licensing thing.
All right, 5% ABV. Again, golden lager. Ratings-wise, does okay. Untappd 3.34. Beer Advocate was an NA. It wasn't on there. Surprises me.
You think the skids drink this?
I think they do. I think Shoresy probably puts a few of these away.
I mean, it's obviously a golden color like you'd expect.
Yeah, ton of head on there.
Well, maybe that's the user error.
It could be a knobhead pour on my part. So let's go to Brew HQ. SRM chart.
I mean, that's
it's got a little bit of a haze to it.
I mean, that's super close to a 1, but it is hazy.
Yeah, I might say 1 or 2 pale straw color, but it is a little bit of hazy.
It is hazy.
Now, as far as carbonation, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot. See a few fine bubbles.
Yeah, you see some bubbles floating around, but doesn't look very carbonated compared to the
now,
2 fingers of head that are just sitting around, not going anywhere.
Hey, man, the head looks pretty nice, though. Nice, white, foamy, pillowy head.
It is very pillowy.
Give it a sniff.
A little bit of sweetness there.
Yeah, this is like, we've done a couple of reviews today with similar styles of beer, and I think it's kind of like that, it's like a bready sweetness, kind of,
yes.
It's something I associate with, I like honey wheat bread, something like that I kind of associate with, but it's that kind of smell. Not very strong, though, it's just kind of there.
It's just kind of your typical beer smell, almost.
Yeah. All right, let's get it. Pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
Medium body. Not a bad body. I expected it to be lighter, to be honest.
I did too.
Yeah. The last couple we had were very light. This was a decent body.
And there's more bitterness to it than I expected too.
Nice, grainy, kind of malt taste. Not super strong. Light bready malt.
I did not expect it to have as much bittering.
There's a fair amount of bitterness at the end.
The hoppy bitterness.
Now, it has been sitting in the fridge for a few months. I don't know if it's that or if it's supposed to be like that. But
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just
no, it's a pleasantly
not what I
decent,
expected from a golden
bitter
lager.
finish. Yeah. I kind of dig it, to be fair. It's kind of dry at the end as well, definitely.
It's a little dry.
It's all right.
That's odd.
What's up?
So this is Canadian, so obviously it's in metric.
Yeah.
473 mil.
It's an odd number, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know what that would equate to in ounces, if that is equal to 16 ounces or something, but it's not listed in ounces on the can. It's just...
It says contains barley, which apparently in French is orgy. O-R-G-E. That's interesting. Must be legal drinking age. Don't drink and drive. Nothing else going on there. Interesting cans. Got the pupper, the dog on there. It is what it is.
I mean, this is cool to have. I'm glad it's cool to try.
100%.
What do you think?
I would say I would give it a thumbs up. I don't think that it's magnificent, but I also don't think that it's bad. It's okay. It is what it is. Got a 3.34 on Untappd. I would bet most of that is just because people were excited to get the Letterkenny beer. For me, this would be a middle of the road kind of. 3 is usually my default rating on Untappd. I'd probably be hovering around the 3. That's what I would think.
I mean, I'd also give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted me to choose between this and your favorite Canadian beer, Kokanee, I would definitely take this. I mean, I would take this over quite a few macro and yellow lager kind of beers.
My favorite macro beer from Canada is Molson Export Ale.
It's not Kokanee?
No, it's not. That's piss. That's Canadian Coors Light. It's terrible.
So why did you buy a 30 rack of it?
We won't get into this. Look at the old videos. I was once tricked at a border crossing into buying Canadian Coors Light by listening to the advice of a pimple-aged teenager who worked at the duty-free shop. So probably my fault for listening to him, but it is what it is. It's on the Laker level or those kind of beers. It's macro-esque. It's there, but it's serviceable. I would drink it, and the Letterkenny tie-in probably gives it a little bit of a nostalgia thing. So thumbs up from me. Thumbs up from Anderson. Hopefully you like the video. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you had Puppers? If so, let us know what you think about it. Did you have the other Puppers that was out? Do you know anything about it? I'd love to know more about the backstory on that and what happened with it. But hey.
Now we need to find some Gus and Brew. Anybody know where to get some Gus and Brew?
See what we can find, dude. Hey, till next time.
Cheers.